with Demon basketball coach Mike McConathy, whose team is coming off 2 lopsided wins and now goes on the road for a little while. Won't be back at home until February 9th, but the Demons are on a winning streak in conference play after dispatching McNeese and Nichols. Talk about what has changed for your team in the last couple of games.
Well, we held a team to 67 against McNeese, and we held Nichols State to 51. And some would say, well, Nichols is not a very good team. I always have utmost respect for them because they run an unbelievable offense. J.P. Piper does as good a job as anybody at coaching offense. I just felt like that we did a great job of guarding their stuff and not allowing them to do the things. I felt like the same with McNeese. Coach Simmons has some really, really solid players, and we were just able, they shot 50% from the three-point line and 80% from the free throw line, but we were able to rebound against a team that usually out-rebounds people and do a good job there. Last night we finally came back and rebounded well during the second half. First half there wasn't many shots really for us to rebound because we were shooting about 60% from the floor. Shot 52 for the game last night, missing about 4 straight before Paxton Guest is able to make one at the end of the game, which was a big bucket for us.
That's a big bucket for many reasons. Of course, the Canes Challenge, the students love that, but more so because it's a guy who has fought through injury. He's been through this program as a walk-on practice player, and it wouldn't be right to not acknowledge his family history with his grandfather being one of our great players and him being your nephew and him being a Rhodes Scholar candidate. Pretty special moment, you're right.
Well, I mean, it is special all the way around, and he was very excited about it and very honored that his grandfather, as he calls him, Pappy, was in the stands. And to be able to see him experience that's very, very big. To be able to see him experience what the crowd enjoyed it as well as his teammates enjoyed him making it. Jalen West, Marvin Frazier, Tony Dobson, all of them were excited. You could see him on the bench and just excited the fact that he had made that bucket. He had got a couple other shots up and they didn't go in, and then he makes a nice teardrop, as they like to call it now. So that was a big moment for him and our team.
Now, he also is a good case in point. Here's a guy that can graduate, go on about his life, but he's communicated in the last short while he loves this team and is seriously considering coming back next year. What does that say about what it allows this team to develop despite the defensive struggles that you had, and perhaps indicative of the upturn defensively in the last 2 games?
Well, I just think that this group of guys is a great group of guys, and that's been the most difficult thing about coaching them. They're not belligerent in any manner. We just haven't performed defensively to the level that we've had. But I have to say this, one of the key issues is that we're not picking up in the full court now, and we're dropping back because we're not wearing people down. And you've got to, Jalen has to staying on the floor 32 minutes a game is what his average is. We're still getting rotation. Our rotation now, based off of every 4 minutes, has been off whether or not you're succeeding defensively. And that's something that we got to continue to do, because kids or young people have to be held accountable for their actions. And so we've just been able to carry that over, hold them accountable, take them out when they don't make the correct play, coach them when they get back in, make sure they don't do it. Tajon Welcome had 18 points and 7 rebounds last night. Just competed extremely well, doing better, had a couple of steals, doing better, but there were some times when he didn't do some things that he got to come over there and sit down and let the coaching staff talk to him about it, and that's growth. I like where we're at. We still got a long way to go, and we're gonna have some bumps in the road along the way, but I think that we're continually getting better. Deji and Ryan King are playing better. Marvin is playing better. He's still hampered with a back issue, but we're going to continue to improve. We're going to continue to get better, and we just have to stay focused on what our challenge is defend and rebound, and the rest of it will take care of itself. If we could hold teams to under 70, we're going to beat a lot of people.
All right, let's go to the immediate challenge ahead Saturday in Hammond against the Southeastern team that on the surface has not been very good this year, but as you look at how they've played their games in conference, particularly recently, they've been right there on the verge of breakthrough wins, and they've got a new coach and a new approach, and one you're very familiar with.
There's no doubt they're very, very, very talented. They've got a lot of transfers in that they've been able to get in immediately to play, and it's just been a really good situation for them. Guys with Division I experience at a higher level. So they're talented, and maybe they're meshing a little bit. To go to Incarnate Word and win 108 to 103, it's hard for me to really figure, because the next game they lose 57-50. They lose 71-60 last night to Corpus Christi, which Corpus Christi's got a very, very good team. Having a hard time understanding exactly the style there, 108 to 50. That's something that through tape we'll have to take a look at, but they're very talented. Coach has done a great job, and remarkable to win a national championship in junior college from Jones County, the first national championship ever in men's basketball in Region 23, and that's the area that our teams at Bossier Parish Community College played in. Been to the national tournament for there, and we finished 7th was the highest that we finished. I mean, that's unbelievable to be able to do that, and I have a great deal of respect for him. Errol Goff, as assistant, is a longtime Louisiana coach, has done a remarkable job there at St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Hammond area, and just amazing staff he's put together, and we just got our hands full.
All right, switching away from Demon basketball to the big sports news of the day. Super Bowl week. You do keep a tab on the NFL. You always have. A Demon on one team with Jeremy Lane in Seattle. Your pick for Super Bowl champions, and why?
Oh, that's a pretty tough one. We've also got another connection there because Coach Quinn played football with Coach Lewitt. So, we're hopeful that Seattle can pull it off. They are very, very tough-minded. He does a great job defensively, and the defense will be the key. I mean, if they're aggressive and do the things they have to other teams, New England's good, though. They really are, and you got to get my hats off to them as organization and team, and all the stuff that has been out there about Deflategate and all that stuff. I think an official touched the ball every time it was snapped. I don't understand why we're trying to create something. What if they had errors in the ball and Indiana would have gotten beat worse than they did? I don't know what the deal was.
Coach, I think Terry Bradshaw and the crew are safe.
I don't think you have any worry.